Hello YouTube fans, it's your boy Brad here with another review. Today we're going to be reviewing this COLBOR CL60M COB video light. It's a 60 watt light. This was basically sent to me, but you know I'm going to be honest on this review. I'm going to do an unboxing since it was sent to me, but we're going to test it, and that's what I got to get to. Is I want to get to the testing this on the light output, and we're going to test it concerning the COB light. Do we get any kind of weird effects by using a focusing lens or a snoot? So that'll be really quick at the end of this, but we're going to do this quick unboxing first. So let's get into this. I'm going to try to make this only last a minute because I do not like doing unboxings. So we got this. Pull it out that way. Get rid of the box. Man, wonderful case. I'll be testing this against my Andoer CY-100W light, which is supposed to be 100 watts. This one is 60 watts, so we'll see how all of that pans out. In the top here, nice, got a strap in there, instructions here, nice little fold out, looks pretty good. We have a a reflector. That's Bowens Mount, but that's the front adapter that goes on to connect the Bowens Mount. Push that out the way. We have the light here. This is a little sucker. Wow, it's tiny. And it does have a little weight to it. Oh man, interesting. So it's got some weight to it. It's got a, let's see. Okay. Got some little notches in there. Got a little piece of film here over the front light. What else we got here? We have our power adapter. Let's see what it says here as far as specs. Let's see, model, input, output, 20 volts, 4.5 amps, equaling 90 watts. It's got a USB-C. That's interesting on that end. And I'm guessing there's a cord. There it is. And the cord. Alright. That's, wait a minute, one more thing here in this box. Oh. And we have the mount here to put it on your light stand and lock it onto the head here. And that completes the unboxing. Let's see how we put this thing together. Of course, pretty standard here. You got, not exactly standard, but a little plug there that plugs into that. Regular USA plug. It's got a little bit of film on here. A little tab to pull that off. We have a round COB. That's why I really want to test this with the focusing lens and the snoot that I have. A little film on the back here, pull that off. And look like we have a multiple way of connecting this on here. It has slots on the top and the bottom. Guess you just slide that in there, turn the little knob. That locks it in place. You have your, this all feels pretty good. I like the weight of this thing. It's small, but it really has some weight on it. It must have a heat sink in there because it's so small to keep it from in that your thing here on the side. It does allow you to pull it out and sit it in a different position because yep, that's cool. I don't know what this thing here is on the side. You gotta look that one up. And you got your screw here to screw that down. Let's see how all of this fits together here real quick. Put that out the way. This, okay, we have some little ball bearings on springs here, and it looks like it will only go in there one way here. So push that. There we go. That locks that on there. And then you put your reflector on. Cool. Now it's all together. I'm going to grab my Bowens Mount reflector and see will it fit onto this real quick. Alright guys, have my Bowens Mount reflector. You see there's a huge difference in size there. Let me see. Have a little, pull that back, turn it a little bit. I really don't see this fitting. It might fit though. Nope, wait, no. Yes it does. Oh my gosh, I did not expect that. That's cool. I didn't expect that at all. That Bowens mount fit on there. So it is a standard Bowens mount adapter. It's just that these have these really long legs on there. And it's more suited for the size of it. Let's get this baby powered up. Alright guys, we got our block powered up here. Plugs into the little USB-C here on the bottom. See, even my color went berserk on me. And I'm going to bring down my exposure here. Let me see here. So we can see this. Pretty decent looking display. See what we got here. Switch hands here. We can dim it. See how this works. Just hold it down. 0. Let's see where it starts. 1%. And we hold it up. I like the display, and it's very fast. Like how fast it is. So it's a 5600 Kelvin light. We can see that. We have effects. You hit the effect button. Right now we're in the regular mode, which is CCT, continuous light, whatever. And if I hit that, this is SOS. Now let me show you this. You see you got level and percentage of light here. If you do that, you can change the brightness or bring it back down. Oh, that turned it all the way out. That thing really moves quickly. And the level is rate here. It says rate level, and it will, see, I can go to, well, you can't do it a rate on SOS. So let's go to the next one. This is pulsing light. So can we do rate here? And all it does is makes it pulse faster. It's 3. Let's go to the next effect. It's an explosion, and it's set level 3 still at about 49%. You have faulty light, like a faulty light in the office. You know we hate to see those. Welding. This is, I keep forgetting that one. Strobe. Lightning. And back to SOS. So those are the modes, and that's how you go through that. If you want to come out, you just go back there. Okay guys, let's take a look at the settings here real quick. Here across the top you have some icons. One is talking about Bluetooth. This has an app that you can connect to. I'm not particularly into I like to have a remote, and so my other one, my Andoer, has a remote, and I like that better. You have more range. but this does Bluetooth, which is really cool. And so you can connect to it. You have the fan mode, and it's in silent. And then you can do these in groups, because these ridges on the side here allows you to take these things and group them together as a multiple light setup. And you can put them in groups like you would do with a speed light or studio lights, and you can group them in group A and group B. We're not going to get into that because this is really about testing. Again, I also downloaded the app. Let me get that real quick. On my phone, and you can get that from the App Store or the QR code that's on the pamphlet instructions that come with this. And I can dim it. Hopefully you can kind of see that it's 24%, and you see that change there, and it has a little slider, brighter. And at the bottom, I'm doing this quickly because this is not really what I wanted to get into. You have the effects, and it's in SOS. I hit start. This is SOS, start, and it's doing the SOS. And then you can slide. You can't see this because it's pretty dark, and I could tap on faulty bulb, and you can go through that. Also at the top, you can do the rates and the intensity. So that's really cool. All of that is involved. That's enough of that, guys. Let's get into the light output. Guys, let me show you something real quick. I got everything set up, and I left the cover on the Andoer CY-100, and I didn't realize it. And I'm walking around, I'm like, what is this burnt smell I smell? And the light burned a hole in under a minute right through the cover. So don't forget to take your cover off your COB light before you set it up. Okay, that was scary. Okay, we have both. We have the Andoer CY-100, and we have the COLBOR CL60M set up. And down there at the end, I have my light meter set up, and we're ready to go. Get all this running. You'll be looking at the light meter at the end, and we'll see simply which one puts out the most. This one's supposed to be 100 watts. This one's 60, and I think they said something about max 80. So kind of just comparing and see what happens there. Here we go. I have the COLBOR that's on, and it's set at 100%. Press the button. F7.1. Go back to the Andoer. Turn the COLBOR off, and you can see the drop in light. You could actually see it probably just looking at that. Press the button, and it's F4. So there we go, guys. Light output is the Andoer claims it's a 100-watt light, and it's not. It might be, oh gosh, what, 40 watts? But it's still pretty bright. But the little COLBOR here, this little beast is, see, with F4, what is that, 2 stops? Right now I can't say. That might be 2 stops brighter. F4, F5.6, F7.1. I think that's 2 stops. Correct me if I'm wrong. So now I'm going to stick the focusing lens on the COLBOR and see, do we see any weird artifacts as we saw on the Andoer light in my previous reviews. Okay guys, got the CL60M set up with the little focusing lens on there, and we'll see what everything looks like. Alright guys, there we go. We have the focusing lens on, and at its wide it's sitting. I'm going to move it back and forth, and as you notice, there is none of those artifacts that we get with the Andoer COB light. And again, it's because this COB is just a single color round COB light. I'm going to focus the lens down here, and we get a very nice spot on the wall, and no aberrations, no lines, no stripes. Perfect. One more test. I'm going to test the color of both of these lights and see what they say from my little color thing on my phone. Here's a little interesting quick note. When I took the focusing lens off, which is kind of enclosed, it does have these vents right here, and I hit the power button to turn this off. The fan inside kicked on. So that's really neat. Even though you power down the light, you might want to take note that you don't want to unplug it if the fan kicks on to cool down the internals in here. So let me get set up to check the color. Here's my color light spectra, and as we take a look at it, the upper right hand corner we see the Kelvin. The box says 5600K. The spec says 5600K plus or minus 200K, and we are pretty much right on point there. It is bouncing around right in that color spectrum area. So now let's switch over to the other light. Alright, now we are on the Andoer light. It's set at 6,000 Kelvin. Of course, this is a variable. You can set it in between, and we're pretty close. That's pretty close too. So both lights, you see the whole color spectrum there, or very close to their Kelvin rating per se setting. Guys, just because I'm interested, I wanted to see how much these things weigh. Because this looks like it has a little weight to it. I just want to know what's the difference. 1 pound 15.2 ounces. 2 pounds 13.6 ounces. I was just inquisitive on that one. But guys, that's it. That is the COLBOR CL60M. I have to admit, I am a bit impressed with that little light. The light output just kicked this one's butt. So you get what you pay for. Neat light. Just wish it actually had a remote control instead of using your phone to control it by Wi-Fi. But that's it, guys. Hey, if you like what you see, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and y'all have a blessed day.